Welcome to a brand new episode of The Founder. As you can tell, now the times have changed quite a lot right here, facing the pandemic and all of that. But we're still here. We're going to make sure that the economy will bounce back stronger than ever. And this is basically a request out to you to support your small businesses. And it doesn't really matter if they're small, big or small, support your businesses and let's help Sri Lanka grow. Today with me, I have Imrah and Luay from Culinary Craft Cafe.
Hi.
Okay, how are you guys doing?
Good.
Yeah, we're surviving.
So tell me your story and about your company.
So we started as a boutique villa and then we branched into the cafe. It started primarily to serve our customers in the villa, and we started with breakfast and brunch and then expanded into having more pastry items.
Okay.
And then we dabbled in dinner before COVID.
Yeah.
After which we had to make a few changes though.
Okay.
So we run pretty much all day, but we don't do a full-on dinner service.
Okay, so how long have you guys been around?
We started in October, year before last,
Nice.
so about 1.5 years now.
All right, so how has business been?
Very challenging.
Okay.
We grew organically, so it did take time, but that was something we deliberately planned. We didn't want to
Spam people with ads.
yeah. and be overwhelmed and not meet the quality standards that we've set. So
Okay.
yeah, it's been tough, but it's been fun.
Okay, so let's get into a little bit more detail on what you guys do and all that. First of all, where did the inspiration come to open up a cafe?
It came more from need, I would say, right?
Yeah, when you're a villa, you have to have people fed every day of it, throughout the year. So we needed to do something in-house. Take the Apple approach, do everything in-house, that kind of thing. So that's kind of how it came about, really. And I'm a picky eater also.
Okay.
That's another thing. That's
Was it always something you wanted to do?
Not
No,
really.
Not really.
Actually, this is one of those situations where, I remember someone going, oh, you go to college, you study, and you do all this, but you hardly end up doing what you set out
Yeah.
to do with your degree and all that. But then, because life happened, we moved here. Like, this was a transit point, actually. We're supposed to be on our way through to Zambia and all that.
Oh,
but
nice.
then the idea came up like, oh, hey, here's this empty place, let's renovate. And then, it just went from there, and next thing we know, we're doing food and villa. And all
Nice,
this
that's
stuff.
pretty cool.
Yeah.
That's exciting too, especially over here in Sri Lanka. The food industry has always been booming, right? And what's one of the most challenging things that you've faced up to date, opening the restaurant?
I think for me, it's always been more on the staffing side,
Mhm.
and just getting good quality staff who understand what you're trying to do and who you can trust to maintain the quality, because otherwise you're always in the business. And I was personally in the kitchen for a very long time,
Nice.
just to ensure that they understand that, and that's been challenging because we have a 5-year-old and balancing
work and home life, right?
yeah, it's tough, and the business is a 24/7 business.
Okay.
Especially when the hotel runs, and then prioritizing him and your guests, which you do have to prioritize, is really challenging.
Yeah, I understand. So when it comes to financing, was it really hard in the beginning, and were banks any helpful?
We had a plan on how we were going to do it. We didn't want to get into any loans.
Okay.
So we already had some savings tucked away, and the property is a family property, so we renovated it, and we did it stage by stage. So because it was done in phases, we didn't need to borrow from the banks, and then our family helped out too.
That's good.
Yeah.
That's a very good, strong support system that you guys have.
Yeah, it's been really good because it's made us very resilient, especially now
Nice.
with Corona.
Okay. Now, since we are on the topic of COVID-19, how has the pandemic affected your business?
In so many ways. Maybe Luay, do you want to start?
I think I would be the worst person to answer that question. But I would say, no, I don't want to discourage people and be like, oh, it's terrible, you can't bounce back from it.
Because everyone has their own story, so I want to see it from your perspective as well.
for us, I think it was a brutal punch to
Right.
the gut, right? I mean, first you had the previous incident, the Easter
Exactly.
That was unfortunate, and then you're slowly coming back from that, and then this comes.
I know.
Like, boom, down again. You're like, oh gosh. Then we actually had to think about whether or not it was worth it to reopen because
Right.
we're not sure, about which.
So that was probably one of the hardest decisions that you had to make.
Yeah. It was hard at first, but then when you, again, like she was just talking about staffing and things like that, when we got the right team together, and it feels like it's like a wolf pack,
Yeah.
You're like, oh, do you want to just let these guys go off and wander into the unknown on their own, or we have the means to somewhat, provide employment again.
And the responsibility to make
to make sure that
we
we
take
care of our
because they
team,
do
because
work hard and they are dedicated towards
Yes, true.
the product, and we didn't want to let them down.
Yeah.
That was the main.
That was the only motivator. It's like we like our staff, so we're like, oh, okay, let's see what we can do, and even if it's small.
As well have all
Oh no,
this
definitely.
together, right?
Obviously, the
Yeah.
motivation is also customers. Right? That goes without saying. Just saying.
Yeah, for sure. That's cool. But I really hope that things look good for you guys, and we're hoping to bring things up over here on the Founder as well. Tell me about one of the marketing strategies that you guys focus on, and what has helped you along the way.
So we've used a lot of social media in our marketing, and a lot of it has been organic, like I said before. So word of mouth has taken us really far.
Nice.
Recommendations. We focused on quality from the time we started. That's been a very important part of what we do. Like even from the ingredients we use, I'm very particular that we try and use the best. So even our chocolates are couverture grade European chocolate. So I think that has really helped people understand what we're trying to do, and yeah, I would say that was the main thing, wasn't it? In helping with organic growth, was that we were consistent, or we tried our best. And
That's
continue
good.
to
Keeping it
try.
small.
Yeah, keep it
Really.
small and try and be as
Yeah.
consistent as possible.
Because you mentioned earlier using the organic marketing methods and things like that. It's like, okay, word of mouth was really important in that, because
Yeah.
you can post all the pictures you want. This is just my
Mhm,
you can post all the pictures you want, but the thing is, if the food doesn't taste as good as it looks, it's
Yeah.
no point. You need someone to actually go out there and advocate for you. It's like, I ate this thing and it's good. Trust
Actually,
me.
that's how it all starts. You just need one person who's
Yeah,
like,
that
man,
was-
you gotta
yeah.
try that
Yeah.
chocolate cake.
Yeah. Which is new, by the way. Just did.
There's a chocolate cake. There's a chocolate cake in this amazing cafe that you must try. That I'm gonna follow you guys after we're done here.
Yeah, we should have packed a slice.
I know, right? No, but that's shameless plugging. Like, I come here with a cake and put it on. Okay,
I wouldn't have mind
Is
anyway.
it? Okay, sorry guys. Next time.
Next
we'll
time.
we'll bring some cake. over.
But in terms of your success, what would you say is your definition of success?
Oh, we both have two different views about
Yeah.
this. My wife.
Okay,
I won't describe it for her. But for
Let's
me,
start with you, Louis.
what is my version of success? Yeah, well, happy customers, returning customers. Like that for us is, like with this business, that's it. Like you see people once and then you see them again after that, and you're like, okay, it's done its job now.
It's done its job.
That's for me is the main
Return
thing. Yeah, I
customers
don't like
as well.
to lose customers. It's not fun.
And what about you, Imrah?
I think for me, the definition of success has always been, financially as well.
Okay.
Because it does. I mean, I'm the one who looks at the operations and finances of the business. And to run a business, you do need to be financially sound. If
Sure.
you're not, it can be really challenging, right?
Yeah.
And so that is one of the indicators, I would say, of a healthy, successful business.
Okay.
And our social media following, like that's grown. And
Yeah.
it's been really, really positive and helped us keep at it, right? Yeah.
That's very cool. That's good. And at the same time, let's get into some fun questions as well, okay? Like, for example, what is the craziest thing you've done at office?
Oh, every day is crazy.
That's what I was gonna say.
Every day
I know
is
it
crazy.
seems like a cop out, but the truth is, every day is crazy in this type of work. It's like, okay, when you're trying to do what we're doing and the way we do things, It is like, you just get up in the morning. I think I should just put boxing gloves on when I leave my room, because as soon as I open, there's like all this chaos going on. And then my customers are peacefully dining in the front. They don't know, it's like there's a fire in the back. It's like, oh gosh, we have to go sort this out and sort that out. So every day is literally.
But I think the craziest was when we had that water leak, and we've had.
Yeah, like literally, well, there was one part, like, in fact, the chef had noticed it the day before, but it's like a tiny little spout,
Okay.
Like, oh, okay, we'll get this fixed tomorrow. And next thing we get up the next day, and this thing just blows up like a geyser. It's just like, all over the place. We're like, oh my God, what is happening? And then I think we had, someone was walking.
Oh, okay, you had guests as well.
I was like, okay, this is happening.
That's an experience too. That's like how to like tackle.
Yeah. Well, again, this will tie in probably to one of the questions later, and I don't know, or something. But again, it's a matter of being honest. I had to go in the front and be like, hey, something blew up in the back of my kitchen. It may delay your service. So I hope you're okay with that. And it worked, so it was good. So yeah, that's some of the crazy
everyday
stuff
things
that we do. Yeah.
So now that you're your own boss, would you ever work for someone else if you got the chance?
I wouldn't mind. It depends on the opportunity and the person or the company or the person I need to work with. If it is someone who I can grow with, I wouldn't mind working for someone else. I enjoy working for myself. But I think in life we need to be open to any opportunity.
That's true. Yeah, it's a different perspective
Yes,
too.
and
What about you?
in spirit of life, marriage, opposites attract. I will have to say no.
No.
Right.
You had a big grin on your face before I came to you. I was like, okay, he's cooking up something.
Yeah.
She's like, no.
It just occurred to me.
That's
No,
good.
the thing is, I like to work with people, but
Okay.
not for them. That's the thing with me. So maybe it depends. Like she said, if the opportunity was with like maybe Apple or something, okay, maybe now we're talking. You have my
Okay,
attention.
okay.
But if not, no.
Okay. So,
Apple.
what if it was a founder of your liking? Okay, forget about the work. Now, if you ever had the opportunity to at least maybe something as small as sit for dinner with the founder of your liking, who would it be?
You want to go
Locally or
first?
internationally?
Oh man, this too. Okay, well, there's a couple of people, but let's just say I'll short this too. Can I do that?
Yeah,
Okay,
for sure.
so first would be Kanye West. Controversial, I know, but still, I would like to sit down with Kanye West.
Why
Second,
Kanye West?
to just confirm my suspicions that there is a genius behind the insanity.
Sure.
That's the thing. I really just want to, I need to know for myself, because I'm a big fan. But yeah, anyway, moving away from
Number
Kanye.
two.
But yes, Kanye definitely. And next would be Neil Druckmann,
Okay.
Naughty Dog, just to find out what happened. And that's it. People will know what I'm talking about. With
Yeah,
that.
I feel like-
just need, that's who I'd like to meet with, and probably work with them as well. I would work for Naughty Dog. I
Okay.
won't lie, that's a good company. But yeah, why?
And what about you, Imrah?
I would like to have dinner with Jessica Alba.
Oh,
nice. Yeah,
nice.
I really like what she did with The Honest Company.
Okay.
And I like brands that are ethical and business leaders who try to make a change. And she's grown it from a small organic diaper, recyclable and eco-friendly product to a multi-million-dollar business, and it would be nice to pick her brains and
Nice. That's some good choices there.
thank you.
My choices were pretty decent.
I said choices. Kanye's in there too. Now, this question is for our wonderful venue sponsor, the Colombo Cooperative, and they're all about providing workspaces like this for services and companies of all sizes. They would like to know what your number one value in business and in life is.
Do you want to start?
I think she's better at this one, and then I'll take it.
Okay, cool.
Okay. Well, I have more than one value. It's a little difficult. I'm very value driven
Okay.
in how I do things, and
That's good.
I would say, can I pick two?
Yeah.
So honesty would be one.
Totally wasn't going to say that, but it's okay, go. Sorry.
And the second one I would say is dedication and like a hard work associated with that. So if you're honest to your staff, you're honest to your customers, and I see that as something that will take you far. And also honest to yourself, because what's the point of achieving success if your path to success hasn't been clean.
Yes.
You know what
yes,
I mean?
I understand.
So yeah, so that matters a lot to me. Like even when we talk about the benefits we can give our staff and how we take care of them, being fair by them has been very important.
Yes.
Yeah.
And I can tell that you guys are on the same mental wavelength, and you wanted to say honesty as well.
Yeah.
So that's a good thing.
Yeah, that's the thing. So, honesty, it pays off. It makes your job a lot easier if you try to put on a front and be like, oh, we've got the entire situation under control. We don't need to tell the customer, blah blah blah. That usually blows up in your face 9 out of 10 times. We've only done that once, and that just confirmed my belief in this particular value. Like, okay, yeah, we should never ever stray from this path. Another thing, what was I thinking? Oh gosh, that just kind of skipped my mind. But yeah, I think honesty.
Number one.
Honesty is number one. For me, that's pretty much the
Okay,
most
thank you very
important
much.
one.
There's so much happening right now these days after COVID-19 and all of that. You can see a whole lot of people trying to start up their new things, start up their own businesses, and some may even feel discouraged. What kind of advice can you give for the new startups out there today here in Sri Lanka?
I just got like a psychic peek from my wife. I think she screamed at me, "Don't do F&B." But don't do it. I don't know.
True.
That's what I felt like. So okay, maybe we're not on the same way.
Yeah, true.
No, I'm just joking, guys. You can go ahead and
Because I
start
feel
it
like
out.
the food industry, there's so many things coming up right now in the food industry. And, food will never go out of style here in Sri Lanka.
No, not at all. It's good to be. It's good to be the farmer also.
Yeah.
If you have some farmland out there, that's good, right? Because without them we can't do what we're doing, and
Sure.
I guess without us they can. Yeah, it's quite an interdependent field. You realize that when each crisis we've seen, the ripple effects. Like when we can't do our business, then cooperative market loses out on quite a
Sure.
bit of cash, right? So it's like, okay.
Yeah, true.
So what would we give as advice?
What would I give as advice? Sorry, thank you. She's here to make sure I stay on the question. Okay, so what would I give as advice? Guys, be resilient. I know it sounds cliche and all that, but that's it. That's all you have. If you either you push through something or you let it crush you. That's the reality.
I would say you need to identify very fast. Like being fast with identifying where your business is going is very important. That's something we've learned.
Yeah.
And I've learned personally through I've spent 10 years in business now, prior to this as well. And being able to see, sometimes you're so busy working in your business that you're not able to take the necessary steps fast enough to make sure if there is like a financial, something is, for example, a leaking bucket in your
Yes.
company, you're not going to be able to spot it.
Yeah.
So taking that time to make sure you still think about it from a business perspective is very important.
Sure.
Yeah, and I would say be resilient, like he said, but also be fast to react, fast to
not
turn things
react,
around.
predict.
Predict,
Yeah.
yeah.
You have to.
Well,
you
sometimes
can't-
you do need to react. It depends
No,
on the
really.
situation.
No, I agree. I just feel like if we're saying, like giving advice, we should not get people to be in positions where they have to react.
Right.
Be ready, anticipate the worst possible outcome and see, okay, what will happen? What will we do in response to this? So that you're ready, just kind of always have, and that's kind of ties into what she's saying. She's like, when she says, you should kind of not be too involved in the micro aspects of your business, the day-to-day things. If you
Right.
can get away from that early, you better, right?
You better.
Because you need to be able to kind of take a macro perspective and look at things from a top-down view. That way you can see, you can plan, you can execute, and you can anticipate, and
you can scale
you
as
can
well.
scale as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, which is something that we kind of got hit into like a brick wall with our concept that way.
Because
So
we were
we were in it,
the
yeah.
day-to-day, every day.
You're trying to craft. I mean, I've heard advice from all kinds of people, like
But
oh,
you
don't
guys are
worry.
speaking from experience as well.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
that's, I can totally see that.
People can tell you, oh, don't worry about it's hard. It's your baby, it's your business, and when someone tells you, oh, you know, don't worry about the reviews and all that, we're like, no, it's not about the numbers. See, we need to know that we're doing it right. You know what I mean? That's the main thing. Like, if we don't know how we're doing, then, you know, and let's say you get lost in all the praise and you're only concerned with the number and not what people are actually saying about the product, right? Then you can lose sight of what's going on. So I don't listen to people tell you, just don't follow those reviews. You should really pay attention to what your customers are telling you.
Yeah, following what your customer is saying is very
but
important. We've learned that people have told us.
Well. No, some people have told us that. I've also heard the opposite. So I would just say, be mindful. Like, you know, go with your gut. It's your business. You'll know what you need to be doing, right? If like it ties in, like, what are your values? Those are kind of like important questions you need to ask yourself. And then your business needs to be driven by that value. You don't drift away from that. The moment you do, your customers will know. It's just the way it is, you know. That's it.
There you have it. You heard it from Imrah and Luay from the Culinary Craft Cafe. And why don't you guys plug in your social media handles as well?
So it's #Culinary Craft Cafe
by
Raha.
Raha. Yeah.
Okay. Just search for Culinary Craft Cafe on Instagram.
By
it's where
Raha,
we're most active.
Yeah.
So we do have a Villa Raha page, but try and find us on the Culinary Craft page.
That's what's working right now.
Okay. And like, are you guys tied in with any delivery services as well?
We're on Uber and we're on Eat LK at the moment, and come for dine-in. We've revamped our space a little bit.
Nice.
Yeah,
and you guys are
social
following
distancing.
the whole,
Exactly. I made a whole new space just so I can have one group over here and the other group over there. That way, nobody's kind of close together and all that. So it's pretty cool. And
Come by in.
It's triple chocolate
I'm definitely
cake.
coming. I'm hungry for that cake. The chocolate cake.
I know. I'm sorry. I keep plugging this cake. Oh gosh.
So you know that you're gonna expect a good cake for
I
sure.
love the cake. No, she's a reluctant baker because when we're in India, that's kind of what she used to do as well. She had a whole pastry business going on there, and so I actually put on a lot of weight when I was in India. I was not like this. It's just this is work. This is life and work. You know.
It's hard work.
Up and down. It's the whole thing. But so when I finally convinced her, like, please, we need this cake in our lives. Don't rob us of this cake. It was mostly for me, and now I'm just kind of sharing it with everybody.
Well, it's been an absolute joy speaking to you guys, and
Right,
I had a good time for sure. Really entertaining y'all.
Thank you.
And so definitely catch y'all in the future, and of course I wish you all the very best of luck, and good luck with your business.
Thank
you.